I'm willing to bet most of the people who saw this movie were going for the Frozen short and not necessarily the movie itself. The story Cinderella focuses on Cinderella, go figure. She's a young girl who's growing up with her family, but then tragedy strikes. Her father has to marry another lady who brings in her stepdaughters, who are all kind of just really terrible people. Things happen to her, and she becomes less of a stepdaughter and more of just a house servant. Then one day the prince decides to have a ball to pick a wife, and all the single women in the kingdom are invited to this ball. She really wants to go in through some magic. Hey, who am I kidding? If you don't know Cinderella, what have you been doing all your life? So starting off, point number 5, Frozen fever. I feel like most of the people who came to see this movie were probably more interested in the Frozen short film that played before the film, so we should probably talk about that. It's nice. I was really hoping to go in there and be like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest short film ever tied into Frozen, but it's just nice. It's sweet, it's cute, and it's there to probably just sell a lot of toys. In the span of the 6-minute short film, Elsa and Anna, the two main characters, both go through a costume change. I'm pretty sure this is intended to sell more and more like little dresses. Like you can just see the Disney execs thinking, how can we make more money off of Frozen? And they found a way. It's nice, it's a good time, but not really anything more to say about it. At number 4, I actually liked this film. Like there was a just positive and sweet and kind of charming magical tone to the whole thing. It was really uplifting. It was really nice to see just a really good family. Like Cinderella's family, they were just like cool people, like really happy, upbeat. It's nice to see a family that's not just like angry or all angsty or brooding about stuff. Just happy and having a good time. That was fun. And the whole film had kind of that just positive, charming, and I guess magical tone to it. At number 3, we have the effects. There are a lot of special effects in this movie, whether it's just birds, mice. You have a fairy godmother in this movie, so go figure. There'll be magic in there. And I mean, the effects, they're good for what they are. The whole film has more of like a magical tone to it, so the effects don't feel like they need to look photorealistic, because they don't. Not at all. I don't think there is any time in this movie that any of the effects looked super believable. But they're still pretty good effects for the movie. They tied into the tone really well, and they didn't detract from the story or your focus on the plot. Here at number 2, Cate Blanchett. She stole the show. And I mean, go figure. She's an Oscar-winning actress. She's fantastic. You could tell she was having lots of fun with this role as the evil stepmother, and every scene she's in, like, any of the focus that was supposed to be on Cinderella automatically goes to Cate Blanchett. It's almost worth seeing this movie just to watch her. If you're a Cate Blanchett fan, go see this movie. It's totally worth your time. And number 1, the most important point I feel like I need to bring up about this film is the audience. It's not intended for everyone. I am not its intended audience. If you have children, if you're a little girl, you're going to love this film. If you're a young adult male, you probably won't care for it as much. I mean, if you like the story of Cinderella, I think it's a really good adaptation. And if you're someone who's there like, I want to see this because there's the Frozen short film, you've probably already seen it. But if you haven't yet and you're still debating, you could wait for DVD. It's not gonna kill you to wait. All in all, it's a really charming and magical film. I would say you can rent this. A really strong rent it. So, what classic Disney animated film would you like them to do as a live action film? I know they're doing Beauty and the Beast coming up, but would you like to see Aladdin, Pocahontas, Rescuers Down Under, and Lion King? Tell me in the comments below. And until next time.